Hello guys, and welcome back to, well, I won't say welcome back, but welcome to part 2. Right, if you haven't watched part 1, here's where it started off as. We've got the fuselage here. That's all lovely and crisp and done. The main fuselage house. Now we're going to move on to the wings here. Now, hold on, I've got to slow down. There you go. So I just want to point out something that ICM have very much done before I start cutting any plastic. Is that on the instructions here, where it mentions about the wing tips, it mentions B1, B3 and B5 go together. Now sometimes the wings on the sprue, as you all know, are in the most stupidest places ever. So what they've done, carefully, if we go to the coordinates in, because there's no numbers on the thing, is that here, it says here, 1, 3 and 5 are all in one lot. So, I'm just looking at this, how's that go? Yeah, so these 3 all go into 1. That's pretty clever really, if I'm honest, because sometimes I'll have this section that goes to that one and that one goes to that one, or that one goes to that one, that one goes to that one. It's actually just all done out in one lot. So if you cut one out, you won't get confused on which one's which then. So that's very nice what ICM have done, I admit, on that project. So I'm just going to cut them out and see how they go together. B3 is this part I just cut out, is the lower wing section, because you can see along the bottom here is where the lower flap, the landing flap is. So that's again really nice. So when it goes underneath on this wing, it's like moulded into there. So that's really nice. I think that's very nice. Right, there's a knife. Now you have to be careful in cutting the plastic from wing tips. So I always have trouble with this. Now I do use sand sticks at the end, but you just gotta be very, very careful when cutting plastic. Just see how that goes on. Oh, I might have to cut that end bit off or sand it down. Ah, my hand! Ow, my hand hurts. Ow! Stop being a wimp. Come on, pull yourself together. So, yeah, I'm gonna take this. Just sand the edges down. But I told you, if anyone has these sanding sponges from flooring models, they are absolute godsend. Get them. They are really brilliant. I love them. And so many others might agree to it. Might take a while sanding. Trim that bit off. Wait a minute, you can't. That last bit of plastic won't come off. You might see my shadow now because I haven't put the light on this. So cut the other one out, like so. So now I'm just going to cut the ailerons as well. This nice thing is the ailerons again are not moulded into the actual aircraft like wing, so that gives it a nice touch. So you can have it how you wanted to. You know, I personally always leave mine flat because then it like gives it a nice touch, I think. but that's you know, my thing, how I build it, so it's up to you what you want to do. So I'm just quickly going through the process here of cutting the wing section off. Well, cutting it off, I mean like putting it on, more like. I'm not bothered about saying this part because no one technically see that part. Now you might get a bit of flash on the end of here, what I've got, so just peel it off very gently. And we are good to go with the gluing. Again, I always use poly cement to glue everything together. That's just going to glue a bit onto these sections here and get this Is that the right way up? I don't think so. You sure it's the right way up? Hold on a minute. Oh no, right, we're cocked up already. Right, so that's a mistake. Basically, they've fooled us into cutting the wrong one out. No, wait a minute. No, they haven't. Tell I, sorry. Scratch that. I'll start again. They haven't trolled us or nothing like that. It's just me being stupid. Actually, though. Another problem is there's no pegs at all, so you literally do have to glue everything. Like, really bad, to be honest, that is. Because I can't seem to get everything in the right place as one expects. Well, go in place there. And when you want something, you don't have it right next to you. Pegs, maestro. And there. So this is actually proving to be quite difficult, actually. Bear with me, kids. 1 minute. I might go quiet. When I go quiet, it means I'm concentrating, so... Okay, so... That seemed to be one pain of a wing, that is. Just to get it to that stage. Now the only problem I have is this aileron here. I think it may... Oh, Jesus! Why is there's no pegs or locator pins for it to go into? So it just makes it even worse, to be honest, of how it constructs together. That's only shot on kit, but no, these things still kind of annoy me. that in there. See what I mean? Jesus. There's just like no grip on the actual wings whatsoever. That makes it more difficult, I suppose. Oh, wait a minute, that's better. I see where the problem is. We got a bit flash here. From the top wing that looks perfect, but the bottom one is not okay at all, to be honest. I don't really like how that works out with for ICM. Well, that's better, I say. I think a bit of sanding is just needed along there in order to get it smooth into the right application. Right. That's the complicated thing I've ever known. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it dry and then we'll see what happens then. While I try and smash up to bits, probably. Right, see you in a bit. Right. As you could tell, I've had some issues with this. I finally got it in place and alright. I placed in the wings and that, in fact both wings, so I just need to put this elevator on. I just want to talk about through this. The Tupolev had one very big wings and two they were like a gull wing shape basically, a swept back. No problem with this kit is that it has a bit of a join gap between the two here that it needs filling and sanding. It's, you know, if it'll just look awful, I think, to be honest, like without like sanding and that. It's a shame really because it looks really nice wings, but in my eyes really, if in all kits that was in one piece, that would look even better, to be honest. So yeah, that's not really a good one for ICM at the minute. It's just a bit bad, I suppose. So yeah, that's kind of annoyed me in a bit, I suppose, but we'll soon see what happens, because I don't want to like get too much of the detail because there's like so many rivets on there. Rivets on there. I sound like a frog. Now that one has just slotted in nicely, so why can't the other one have done that? Just take that away like that. I bet you can't see what I'm doing just there. But yeah, that's all right. It's just that wing section part that's kind of annoyed me, I suppose. The way it joins up. We have problems in this one now. I think you can see that through the camera. Yeah, you can. Just along here and here, you can definitely see those seam marks. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to add a little bit of fill along the edges and see what happens, because to be honest, right now it just looks, I don't know how to explain it, it just looks horrible. I do add a bit of glue here and there, because it helps like build up like something with it, I think, or I don't know, it just helps build it up and that, and it like melts the plastic and forms a nice I don't know how to explain it, like seal, I should say, across the top. Oh well, I'll have to just see what happens, I suppose. It's kind of annoying, but then again, you know, you live and learn and do the best you can do. I have to admit, when like everything's together, I think I'm just going to go over the lot and add filler and sand it down, because it just doesn't look right. I know that the Tupolev was actually built like that and had wing sections mounted on, but there you go, it just won't look right, will it? I suppose not. Just I'm just trying to give it a bit of attention, really. Underneath is even awful, to be honest. I mean, here there's a massive ledge gap along there as well. But the flap's alright because that's how they originally were, but the way it's presented just doesn't look right, to be honest, so that would definitely need filler along there. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to I don't know, I have to put the engines in and then sand all this down, because it would just look really like bad, really. So I think what I might do is I'll put the engines in. They're just a 5-piece thing they are, and that'll just go nicely together, so it won't be all that bad. And then sand down all the edges along here and see what happens then. But for now, I don't know, I'm just going to take a rest of a minute. I'm pretty tired, being at A-level all day today. I'm pretty tired as well. So I'll see what I can do. I might do a bit more than later, like off camera. Get these engines done and then just send it down, because I don't know, I just in the evenings I mainly just listen to music and that, so see what happens. But I'm sure you'll follow me every step of the way in these videos and that, so you know, if you'll have to comment on which you prefer. Do you prefer me showing everything, or step-by-step stages like I always do? So I'll leave that down to you. Right, see you in a bit. So this is one of the engines in which you have to build for the Tupolev, and here is what I've done so far. Now, what I did was I did this one just to see how it went together, and as you can see, I had filler, sanded it down, and that. I did that really just to test it and see how it went, because then I was going to show you guys, because you'll have trouble with this if you're building along with it, that what problems you're going to be faced with this kit. So what I'll point out here, there's 5 pieces for this single engine here, and it doesn't matter what difference you get, either way they still going at the same angles they do. So that's a really nice touch. If you get modelled up with the 2 kits, well, the 2 engines, they just go anywhere as it is. So that's a really nice thing. And as you can see here, it should slot in. Just one trouble you have. Just having a look how this goes together. You got this is actually pretty difficult than what I thought it would be. at the minute, the piece that's stopping it, well, they're in at the top there. They're in there. It's just the bottom ones that are not. Now, what did I do on the other one that I didn't do on there? I think, I don't know what. I'm trying to think now. This is actually pretty annoying. See, that one went in perfect, but that one didn't. I think in the long run these parts here are just a bit too long, I think, actually. I think what I'm going to do here, I didn't experience like this on that one, but you know, I'm just going to trim a bit off along there, see if it'll fit in. Well, it fits in the top, and it just fits in at the bottom. Right, okay, so I think I'm just going to cut a bit off this side. Let's try that now. Hopefully that should work. That's perfect. That's better. Right. Okay, I'm just going to glue it in now, because this kit's driving me bonkers, to be honest. It really is, guys. It'll probably be driving you bonkers if you're following along. It is a bit of a tight fit, this one is actually, rather than that one. See what I mean? And what I do now is I just fill these gaps for the thin cement here, because they're just basically soften the plastic, enable it to carve and mould together if you want like to pull it. Oh, that's perfect. I've just put a glue bit in and surprisingly it's actually glued together perfectly. So I'm really liking that. See, the only problem is it's just a bit of thing in there, but I think a bit of on the front here, a bit of filler won't go amiss on the front there. No. You might just see my hand just come out of nowhere now, just then. That's perfect. That's just something just snapped and just went straight in there. That's perfect. I like that. And they're both level as well, which is surprisingly good. Right, okay, so I just want to apologise for the interruption there. Basically what happened was, I didn't realise it, but my camera cut out halfway through recording. Yet again. It wasn't actually memory card this time, it was actually battery. What a surprise. So, yeah, if you remember what I was just saying about, you glue the insides there and you let it mould together. Well, of course, as you do. Just leave it like that then. Now what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you how to use the model filler. I know most of you will know how to use it, but for those who don't, here we are. So what you're going to need is a cocktail stick, some glue, your model, and of course some filler. Now what you do, hold on a minute. Oh, you can see that actually. What you do is you take some of this on the cocktail stick, give it a bit of mix at the end like that, so it becomes a bit of a thin paste. And of course, as you do, just paste it on where the seam lines are, like so, and then go over the top by smoothing it down like that. Like that, see. If you want a bit more, no problem, go ahead. The more the better in some stages, as they say. I'm just going to put a bit here on the engine. No, the engine. Well, where the engine fits onto the wings, I'm just going to put a bit along here. We do have a problem. What I'm doing now is just put a bit of glue on there. This is going to thin it down, hopefully this will. Like that. So like I said, don't be afraid to, you know, don't be afraid to paste it on. Like so. That's the only problem. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I thought I did something, but it was actually I don't know where I was. I just heard something. It was the fridge. This cable is being defrosted because it builds up a lot. So we let it defrost and remove all the ice out of it. Bit weird if you think. So sorry about the interruption there. So yeah, I just paste a fair bit on in some areas where it's mostly needed. That's alright like that. I'm going to put a bit more of this wing root here actually. It's a bit too much now. Just wipe the excess off there. There you are. That looks neat. I like that. Right. That's that done. Now the best thing what you do now is you of course put your top back on. You just leave it to dry now for about about half an hour, say, let it completely dry, and then you just sand it off. Right, I'll wait half an hour and get back to you. Right, okay, so it's been half an hour and I've let it dry. So what I'm going to do now is, I think either go with that one, or let's have a look. We're going to take, not that one, probably, let's have a look which file to use. Well, that file stick. Nope, nope, nope. Go with a green one. I think I would do a blue one, but because it's a bit rough along here, I didn't smooth out properly, so just go lightly go over the top with this. And it's going to smooth it out basically, and eventually that will leave it, like I just said, a nice smooth texture. And if need be, like, yeah, you can put more on, but I think it'll be alright, because that's where I think the Tupolevs were like put together, like bolts through the wings and that on this part. So all the reasons why. Right, now we're going to take reasons why it shot the wings. So we're going to take our finest ever and just go over the top, just here, just polish it back up a bit more. That gives it a nice surface on the top there. I'll get a bit here. I like these, godsend. I don't know why I didn't think of buying these before, because they're actually nice. So yeah, what you do is just work your way around and just file it as best you can. So you have to kind of be gentle with these, the coarser ones, because they, you know, just ruin the surface of your model if you press down too hard on certain areas. So yeah, just be careful, guys. Be careful of blowing dust away as well. I think that's alright for not putting any more on by the looks of it. Soon find out when you that's what I like about when you prime it, because you find out if there's any problem gone wrong with anything. So yeah, that's one thing I absolutely hate most, is adding filler and sanding. I just absolutely hate it for some reason. Right, I think you get the rest of it. As you can see, it's brought out really details. Well, details so much better than what it was before. So there you are. Right, I'm going to finish off the back here. Then I think I'm just going to give it a nice clean up and come back to you in a minute. So, right, okay, so this is basically this is basically the end of part 2 now. She's basically all ready to start painting, I guess you put it that way. Yeah, I just need to go prime it, fill off a couple of bits around here. I'm not sure what actually. No, I'm going to put a bit of glue underneath there. It's here I'm talking about. There's just a bit of gap there. That'll be sorted out with a bit of glue, that will be, so no problem there. What, have we got any problems with anything else? I don't think so. No, everything seems to be in order, all sanded down and everything. So I can get that masked off and then ready for priming, I suppose. It's been one of a hell of a construction for this little kit it has. I like it, but it's a bit annoying, I guess, all that construction work going in. But it's worth it in the end. And plus it's going for the group build, so that's going to be okay. Right, well, just want to talk about what I've done so far. Well, I added the stabilizers and the elevators and the fin on the back. Well, not the fin, the tail, sorry. There is a bar across here that you're supposed to put in, but I'm going to put that in after because that's needs to be chrome silver. That needs to be. It's like a bar for the rudder to move back and forth. So I'm going to leave that like that. You can have the elevators up and down and the fin left and right, but I just prefer it like that. And I put the exhaust parts in here. Now you don't hardly see most of the exhaust because they've got covers on them. Very interesting covers I see. So yeah, very interesting pet plane. Big wings for one small little aircraft. Looks good, I like it. Dear me. So with that, I give you a farewell. Like I said, this is my entry for my own group build, Smash the Wall group build. So if you're watching, you want to follow along, come along and join me. Ends on the 1st of April. Plenty of time. So with that, I give you farewell. Happy modelling, and I shall see you in the next video. Cheers and goodbye for now.